Hey there and welcome to the Max Not Binary. I'm Max. Welcome in today. KJ, you landed a dupe to build a rocket platform and the dupe could not build. Very well done, KJ. Excellent. Hello, Emily. Hello, Ash. Hello there, Afra. Welcome into all of you. It is good to see you all, and welcome to everyone in chat. We're back indeed with Don't Suffocate, which we shouldn't do, for we have got our electrolyzer up and running. Piped oxygen is a thing. There is the slight flatulent dupe problem going on, but otherwise we should be okay. Let's have a little go. How fast are we running? Let's not run quite that fast, eh? What is going on here? We've got loads of skill points that we're probably not giving out. I mean, you could be a mechatronics engineer. We'd be pushing it. We'll see about that. Amelia, you're fine. Fidelia. Yeah, I'm fairly happy with that. Joni, not too bad. And Neo here. Yeah, you can keep this. Lovely. Alright. What have we got going on? Some showering. Many hatches. Ohms, thank you so much for renewing your subscription for a 6th month in a row. That is incredibly generous of you. Where did the oxygen go? Currently mostly into these suits, to be fair, is the answer. I think I'm not letting it out into space, though it's always worth checking whether I'm doing that. But no, so far so good. Possibly our horde of hatches have eaten it along with everything else. I hope you are having a lovely day. The dupe is safe in storage. Ow. My tea is very hot. I would like to say, let's get these hatches out of here for a second. They're having more eggs. Right, how are these fish doing? We have a fish. I think we deliberately only have one fish in this so that we can ensure that everything is tame. Do we know, there's been an update since I played last, do we know if they have fixed the seeds not taming them problem? Or whether that is still ongoing? Yeah, I should have let them do this. Well, never mind, it's too late now. Too late now. Right, how is our oxygen going? I mean, it's not really going anywhere to begin with. What don't you have? You don't have reed fibre. I think we might want to build up some reed fibre before we work on making these. I don't really know what I'm doing. I was going to put Dreco ranches in here, I think. I should have actually looked at... it just takes longer with seeds. I thought it couldn't tame them because they didn't eat regularly enough to tame it. But maybe I am mistaken about that, Emily. Let's carry on doing some digging out. That's certainly a thing we can be going along with. We want to clear this whole thing out now. Actually, you can go. Change your mind. Off you go. Nobody needs a natural environment around here, you know. So yes, you can keep yourselves entertained doing some digging. Lovely. Let's speed up a little bit. So we're still waiting for our 8th duplicant, who has stubbornly refused to appear. Let's continue. Why am I sweeping these? Oh, I need to build a proper, I have mechatronics engineers. I could build some actual engineering to do all of this. Quite frankly. What are we doing for research? Apparently nothing. Should we be doing any research? I mean, probably. We probably need to start thinking about rocket research. Because, oh no, we should be doing computing. But apparently there are no rad bolts here. Let's fix that. There we go. Oh, right, that's what it is. I knew there was some reason that Neo kept getting shot in the head. It's because this filter gate is on way too long. Excellent. Well, I'm glad we've fixed the problem of Neo getting shot in the head. Apparently, it wasn't even severely shot in the head enough to require any medical attention. Which is good to see. Have we already broken a suit? Good grief. Right. What is all this? Yes, natural gas. There's an awful lot of brine lying about the floor that I probably would like to get rid of. All things considered. Yeah, that'll do. Right, let's put a bottle emptier just here. Do we have any germs? I mean, some slime lung, which we don't really mind about. All of this food poisoning seems to be on stuff, not on bottles. So we should be good to just put stuff in there. Excellent. It's going very well. Dig this out. No natural environment here, please. So we do need to go down because, like, we haven't been there, really. What have we got? An arcade cabinet and some automation. Excellent. Have you eaten from the feeder? You have? Excellent. That's all we need. How did you get out here? Okay. We need to have a think about what we would actually like this base to look like. We could make some sort of more space for the bedrooms here. We've obviously got Fidelia, who is nyctophobic, so we'd like to do something about that. I'm fairly happy to leave this here. We might want to move the kitchen because we need to build a fridge system, which we might put down here so that we don't have to worry about the cold leaking so much, because if we put it in this corner we can just, like, nobody will come here and it'll be fine. I'm watching you, fish. Yeah, I don't want to build over that side yet. We could do with making some proper water pockets as well. We appear to have poured a bunch of polluted water in here, because obviously we have. They still don't get round to things very quickly. Though apparently they really like digging. They get round to the digging quite quickly. I wonder if we should just put all the ice in space, or it could remain ice forever. Potentially. Let's dig these out. Oh, I need to set up a new research focus also. What should we learn about next? Let's learn about aeropods. I do like me some aeropods. Right then. How did we build those? Have I got anyone with the demolish skill? Let's have a look at our skills. If it's gonna be anyone, it's probably gonna be Fidelia here. I think we might start skilling Fidelia up to demolition. We do on the whole need to get them better food. We built this? No, not yet. Right then. More digging. They're definitely excited by the digging. But the suits are definitely a big upgrade on our productivity. Oh yes, that's what I was going to do. I was in fact going to make the drop-off point for literally everything be in space, so that it was as close as possible to being in rockets. So let's do that. Let's build a couple of dispensers. And this is going to be the drop-off point for everything. So we can just do some sweeping. Probably when you're not here, chat, because it won't be very exciting to watch, I imagine. Right then, what can we do about bedrooms? How long is this? Let's have a look. 29. Because obviously I didn't, like, actually calculate or do any work to have any sense how long the bedrooms would be. I can't really give them comfy beds until I do Drecos. I would like to inspect and demolish this. And then probably Drecos over here, because in the end we're going to come up here. And then we won't have to worry about the fact that this blocks off the top. Have I actually ever built any no, I thought so. So you're only doing eggs. I see. Because at some point we'll want to move this directly into a fridge, to be honest. What can we do about a fridge? Well, we don't really have a power brick. We just have solar. Which isn't obviously amazing. Let's have a look at our colony summary. How much solar are we producing? Power usage. So we didn't waste any power yesterday? No, we did. But that's not loads and loads of power. So we'll have to see. Right. Sweep only, all, probably not critter eggs. I can't think of anything else that I'll be bothered by having up here though. Excellent. Right. This, I want you to put polluted water brine in it. Let's get it off the floor. Neo, have we fixed the problem where you get shot in the head? You do have moderate wounds. Did you get shot in the head again? Possibly. That's a thing we can do. We are gonna... Are you the doctor, Kisukin? No. I'm sure I have an actual doctor. Are you idle, Amelia? How can you possibly be idle? Well, it's not suit related. There you go. I'll keep you busy. Sweep that. I'd quite like to put the solid nuclear waste in here though. Printables. Let's have a look. We still need a rancher. That's what we're holding out for. We're not taking anything that's not a rancher. And we need preferably a rancher that does other things. We don't need a pufflet though, so they're not on. Fair enough. How are we getting on today? This is all fine. Just put the stuff up there out the way. I have to keep an eye on that. Right, Drecos. Let's have a think about Drecos. They would require, for one thing, farm tiles. I'm pretty sure this is how I had it built. Oh, I will have to think about, hang on, cancel that, because I'll have to think about how I'm going to build a liquid lock into them so that we can maintain their gas pressures appropriately. I think if I recall correctly, we did it like and then we sort of built a no, you wouldn't have to be that high, would you? A liquid lock like here? Did we have a door there? Maybe? I mean, we could do that. It would be nice if I could ever remember what I did from one minute to the next. I mean, how are they going to get there, though? Cancel that. It's nice when I can remember what I was doing, but today is not one of those days, I'm afraid. Should we try and dig that out so we can also get underneath the solar panels? Did you manage not to get shot in the head this time, Neo? Looks like. Might have fixed it. That would be nice. You're cramped, which almost certainly means there's some eggs in here. Hello, fish. You're still wild. How is your wildness? But yes, we definitely need Drecos because we need plastic. Let's have a look at the skills. Fidelia, no, can't give you demolition yet. I think I'm just gonna be mean to everyone with the skills, quite frankly. Thank you. Excellent, right. We would like to come down here, ideally without bringing all of this water down here with us. So let's dig in this bit. So we can have a dig further down. Well, actually we can dig all of this out. None of this needs to exist anymore. Thank you, goodbye. Let's come down and see if we've got anything exciting down here. We will come down through that. Nah, this is sand. Hang on. Because I don't really want to bring this water down with me. We'll come down over here. What's the temperature like up here? Not too bad. Oh, hang on. Other one, temperature. Interesting. Okay. What temperature is our oxygen coming out of as a point of interest? Oh, that's pretty good. How's it going? Lovely. So yeah, we're going to avoid a little bit so that we can preferably not wind up with that water down here, but this should be fine. You, Shinebug, can most certainly get out of there. I don't need any Shinebugs making my Pacu feel cramped with your nonsense. Oh, that's a thing we should do. Is we should get in here. Right. Let's start thinking about that as well then. Well, that's a bit awkward. There we go, that should work. And we can start using this. I think we're going to build some sort of industrial area over here. I don't know how big it's going to be, quite frankly, because I don't know how much industry we're actually going to use. But certainly we'd like to make use of this natural gas, and ideally this natural gas. And potentially some of the other stuff. Kisukin. I think you're fine for now, Kisukin. Don't think you need any additional skill points just yet. Lovely. Very well done. What should we research next? Lead suits? I mean, I do keep shooting Neo in the head. Probably, let's do these. Lovely. Fine then. Let's deconstruct that. And put some liquid in here so we can have a thing. What's the thing? A liquid lock so we can get in there. We've got some polluted oxygen up the top here, which I think we should be able to diagonally dig out if we do a little bit of work on it like this. So we'll also get them to do that. Build me some plumbing. Lovely. There's quite a lot of eggs there, so brine should be fine. Put that up to a 9 so we can get the duplicants to actually do it in some sort of fashion, timely or otherwise. Ah yeah, so I did this so we could put stuff for this in. We do need to make a sort of permanent farm of some sort that will provide seeds to feed the ever-increasing number of fish. Maybe balm lilies, maybe a mutated thing. Speaking of a mutated thing, can we build the material study, no, not the material study terminal, the botanical analyzer? We can. That seems like an excellent thing to go in there. What about, I don't know if any of you know, there was something where if you analysed seeds, they, the game would then stop you producing them? Or was it if you planted them? I forget. But there was something where the production of mutated seeds was a bit random. Or a bit not intuitive. I don't know if anyone remembers. I did hear people talking about it. How are we doing up here? Right, we've done this one. So we need to do one there as well. So we can just get the last of this polluted oxygen out of here. And then it should all be nice and pressurized with natural gas. Excellent. So then when we've got the lock, we already have a nice natural gas only environment. We might need to be cautious with how we sort of box it to make sure we don't allow any... If you plant too many mutated seeds, the game will no longer generate new ones of that plant. Do we know how many constitutes too many, Emily? Decorating, building and supplying. None of this is what we want. Let's take some coal. But it's the planting that does it, not the analysing, which is good to know because that does mean at least we can find out what we have. which will be very useful. The mutated plants don't generate seeds in general, but even the not normal ones no longer mutate. Yeah, that definitely rings with what I thought I'd heard from somewhere. Do you think we have enough hatches? I mean, I suppose they are an emergency food source if we happen to need them. There's some nice oxalite down here. Right then. Have you had any eggs yet? No, you're still wild. Your wildness is still decreasing. Yeah, it's decreasing quite well. You're only 8. So that's quite good. Draco, maybe in the radioactive place is not the best place for you. Colony lacks improved farming too. Do I? I have to see if I can get a ranch farmer then. I don't know specific numbers, but in my experience it stopped after planting 10 to 15. So you need to make sure that you have as many as you want, really, before you plant. Fair enough. That's a bit annoying, because then you need to really sort of have what you're going to do with your mutated plants all planned out in advance. You can't really just like go, oh, I'll try some of these and see what happens. Which is a bit annoying, I would say. No, you got shot in the head again. How does that keep happening? I don't think it should keep happening. No, I mean, the Draco's not going to help, to be fair. The Draco can certainly get shot in the head. I don't know if it's a hard limit or if the amount of seeds planted gradually affects mutation chances. Idle? Why would anyone be idle? Did you get shot in the head again, Neo? Go and lie on the bed. There you go. We'll have no people being idle, thanks to some sweeping. Do we need more brine? It looks like. Oh, people can't get over here. Well, that's not going to help the cause, is it? Excellent. Do we have our doctor actually up on doctoring? We do. Amelia, you are our doctor. And I suppose you're also doing the ranching and farming, which doesn't make you super likely to get around to doctoring all that regularly, I guess. Because you will often be bothered by other things. Hello, happy Nora. Hope you are having a lovely day. Welcome in. We're having a bit of a quiet exploratory day in Oni. After finding out about this, I just didn't plant any mutated seeds until I had as many as I needed, and that went fairly well. It just takes time. Yes, I mean, that's probably going to be my solution as well, almost, Emily. But I'm a bit aggravated that that has to be my solution, if you see what I mean. It does not seem that that would qualify as working as intended. But who knows? All sorts of weird things are considered working as intended, so... Did I just run out of sedimentary rock? Well, that doesn't bode well. How are you doing there? Wildness 24%. Definitely getting there. Definitely need to find a way to stop shooting Neo in the head every 5 minutes. I mean, I know that we could just redesign this, but... Yes, Sleep Wheat is great, because if you get a mutation, you get 18. Yes. That I was aware. Oh. Cancel that. That's not what I wanted to do. Do we have any critter eggs? No. Well, you see this. Wrangle it up and put it in there. We still need to get rid of this natural gas everywhere in due course. How are you doing on expanding down here? Excellent. We found enough brine to make a proper liquid lock, so we can turn that off. And then we can come in here. Oh no, we don't want to do that. Cancel, cancel. First thing we want to do, yes, so we have planted some here. These are just like regular ones because they don't die while they're in the farm plot. And I've also got this refrigerator over here that's in carbon dioxide, and this is full of sleep wheat as well. It won't last forever, but it'll last for a while, hopefully, to so I don't have the problem that I had last run, where I went to plant a sleep wheat farm only to discover I had no sleep wheat. Which was slightly disappointing, to be honest. I was disappointed. Right. I want to put a tile there to kill that bit of oxygen. So I don't make the same mistake I always do of, like, carefully making this natural gas only and then just letting more gas in there, because of course. Idle again. Lead chips eater. Oh, I see, that's why you're idle, because you've got yourself stuck. Right, what is this down here? Igneous? Well, we can fix that for you. There you go. You should be able to sort yourselves out now. No? Why aren't you building these? You have igneous right here. Apparently this is granite. Sorry. Igneous. Try again. There you go. Now you should be able to get yourself out. Well done. Have we transferred all of you to stone hatches? I mean, we have certainly enough stone hatch eggs that we could consider them all stone hatches. Draco. Are you going to set off that? Oh, you're not going to walk on it, aren't you? Considering it. You going to walk on the weight plate, Draco? You are. They're still managing to fire 2 shots in 0.01 of a second. And I actually can't set it to be anything less than 0.01 of a second. So that is why Neo's getting shot in the head. Because if this has enough shots, this should be able to take 100 though, right? Maybe if we set it to, like, fire 100 rad bolts, it's less likely to shoot 2 shots. Oh, there's just no research. I'd like to fix that, because I don't want it to shoot my duplicants in the head every 5 minutes. Can we wrangle this? Let's, Draco. You need to get out the way, Draco. Oh, nobody can go in there, can they? We're gonna have to let, Amelia in. So that someone can fetch the Draco out of there. Right. Can deconstruct this tile. Converting a bit of health into free nuclear waste sounds like a good deal. I know, I just have to keep managing it. So that, we don't accidentally kill Neo. That would be a bit unfortunate to accidentally murder him. Right, now we can come in here. You don't actually have to. Well, you kind of do have to be confined. But, I suppose we can open this for now and let you out. Oh no, I really want to go and stand in the room where I'm confined. Idiot Sweetle. Someone come and close this door again. Lovely. Well done. You even managed to do it just before that hatchling got in there. Right. We want to be moderately cautious with how we do this. They might go incapacitated first. That's probably true. Nonetheless. it seems like it wouldn't be super supplying, decorating and ranching, but with critter aversion. They do die instantly when suffocating. Right, both of these have critter aversion. It's like the game listens to me saying, you know what I want is a rancher, and it's like, no, absolutely not. Ah, the Pacu is tame. It should start reproducing at any moment. It's certainly not always clear why the game behaves how it does in certain instances. Oh, I think actually, didn't we take Neo with some farming? No, that's not it. Skills. Neo. You could have crop tending too. Do they need crop tending too, or improved farming too? What do you need for this machine? Wow, that's quite a lot. I mean, we could do. Apparently Neo could take it. Why have you got such good morale? You ate a good meal. Did it work with seeds eventually, or did you switch to algae? I switched to algae because the Pacu weren't eating the seeds quickly enough, because it filled them up for too long. So they didn't eat often enough. So it didn't push down their wildness quick enough for them to become reproductive in time. So I switched to algae when we did it last time. Right. Speaking of, we could put the, right, we're going to put the thing in here. I want to have, we're going to put over here a little industrial brick, which I think we might actually incorporate this completely into. We could have this right at the bottom. Farmer skill improves seed chance and therefore mutation plant chance. Resources low. Oh, okay. Yes. So I think what we're going to do here is seed analysis complete. This is the first thing I've actually done. So this one is juicy fruits. So you have to irradiate it. It uses more fertilizer. Maximum missing string creature stats, old age name minus 100%. So that's helpful. Self-harvest on grown doesn't drop seeds. So actually, the juicy fruits one is not too bad for automated farms. Right, what else have we got? Oh boy, spaghetti, absolutely, Orisia. This is specialized. Lower temperature range, higher yield amount. That doesn't seem very good. Mealwood already has a terrible temperature range. Where have you put them? Are they over here? You have. Okay. Yeah, it harvests itself instantly, which seems quite good if you want to do some automated farming. because it seems like it would allow you to not have to worry about that. Yes, let's build all of that. So I'm thinking that I'm going to build a... Otherwise, if not harvested by a dupe, it takes 4 cycles for that. Yes. I think I'm going to build a... essentially a little... industrial thing around where our natural gas geyser is. Oh, we should get in there and analyze it. Let's analyze this. Somebody get in there. So yeah, definitely good for the if you want to do unmanned, which we'll want to do actually. Probably not with mealwood necessarily, but with something. Hang on. Why are you in there? Why didn't you come through? So if the shut-off is working, it should let stuff through, right? So why did it put the egg up there? Because that egg should be here. You can fill an outhouse, spawn mobs, freed puffs, and get unlimited free algae from that. Who has unreachable food? Give me 1 second. Lead chips eater. Again? With the getting stuck down here? Why can't you dig this stuff out? Oh, this is all sedimentary. Right. Cancel all of this, and all of that, and this, and this. Right. Oh, don't make a mess in your suit. Igneous. Lovely. Doesn't that require dupe interaction, though, the doctor? Lycee. Wild-ish. Oh, well, there you go. They got out. Well, now they're going to drop polluted water on my floor, though. Thank you, Joni. Yeah, I don't think I can manage the puffs without dupe labour. And if I'm going to take all my duplicants away, which is the one of the ideas of the playthrough, then obviously there's a bit of a problem with that. Oh, did I get rid of my little polluted water? Or if they're wild. The puffs! That's an interesting idea. Right. Let's dig these out. We have to be careful how much we how much space we free up in here, essentially. Because if we free up too much space, then stuff will start to off-gas, which we'd rather not have happen. But we can dig out the bottom of this now. Thank you. That's a huge effort for a tiny bit of slime algae, and looking at how much pacus eat, it's not usually worth it. I want to see you have your next egg. When are you going to have your next egg? Not for a little while. Because I want to know why it didn't go up here. Neo, have you been shot? It would appear you've been shot. Bear in mind I do plan to make infinite Pacus, or largely infinite Pacus. So there are going to be a lot of Pacu to feed. Though I suppose there won't be a lot of Pacu to feed, because there'll only ever be a couple of Pacu to feed. So I take that back. Frankly. What was I looking for? Something I was thinking... I was thinking about this. Let's look at the automation overlay. Have I done something wrong with that? Is it this one, maybe? Current count 1, if it's below 2. Does this need to be 3? That is possible. They can't get to the geyser. Which geyser? Joni? Also, hello there. I think it's 10-ish tame puffs to feed 1 Pacu. Oh, that's quite a lot of puffs. How is your reproduction? Oh, why can't they get to it? Oh, I see why they can't get to it. Yes. I see exactly why they can't get to it. Thank you, Joni. I hope you are having a lovely day today. Right, you Pacu. I'm watching you. I assume whatever the problem is something about the interaction between these two. I'll be back in 1 second, Pacu. There we go. Success. I've never had a lot of success with ranching morbs. I have tried it. But they're fiddly to set up, is what I'd say. Because you have to essentially reset them all the time. And make them believe that it's a new outhouse and such like. But it is interesting that they are largely free. So certainly I've been interested to try. Are you... Right, you need to get murdered. Kill that shine bug. Because otherwise it's going to be coming in here. And getting in the way. Right. You see, exactly like that. I don't want you in here getting in the way. Right, you had an egg. Egg goes, right, this one is off. Right. That's what it is then. This needs to be 3. So that's green. Right. There we go. That was what it was. So now we have one here. How did you manage to have a gulp fry? Oh, it's reasonably cool in here, I guess. Excellent. So that should have sorted that out. Excellent, Neo. It's good to see you in here doing this. I'm tempted to block in some of this and make this a bit smaller. 2, 3, 4. Decisions. I do not like the little steps. They upset me. So I think we might push the pressure down a bit. And brick it in more across here. Lovely. So we did our little, oh no, there's one requiring. Dropping the morbs in a hole. How does that work? I thought you had to reset the outhouse itself. Because I thought if the outhouse believed it had spawned a morb, it wouldn't spawn another morb. So you had to, like, have a door under it. So that you could, con the outhouse into thinking it was a new outhouse. That is the way I've seen it done. I mean, that might not be the only way, but... Printables. Let us have a look. Cook supply, rocketry, farming. None of these are any use to me. We'll take some nutrient bars. I think that... yes. Okay. Seems lovely. We'll just make the abyss light on this side, the outside. What I'm also vaguely tempted to do is actually make the entrance to this side, but we'll see about that. Hi, hatches. Do you think you've got enough of you here? I am not convinced. You have to disable the cleaning errands. Yes. Let the outhouse fill up until it spawns a morb. Yes. Re-enable errands or deconstruct the outhouse. Rinse and repeat for every morb. I think there's a... Alright. I think what you can do, rather than deconstruct and reconstruct the outhouse, is if you put a mechanical door underneath the outhouse after it's full and open and close the door, it resets the outhouse as well. I think that's what I've seen done. I mean, I am guessing because, as I say, I've never had a lot of success with doing it. But I think that is what I've seen in the builds I've seen that do such a thing. Right. We need to create a little mess pit so we don't have to ever mop that again. Yeah, you have to do doors. Oh, apparently there's a random outhouse there, which I have no interest in building. Thanks, game. Let's dig these out then. Yes, it's I mean, you can put a timer on it, but it is quite a faff. As far as I can tell. I have not seen a version I believed was absolutely no faff. I mean, we might as well dig in here. This isn't doing anything now. You have done it, but only once. Yeah, I can't remember which one we did morbs in, but we did have some outhouses for morbs in one of them, but we certainly didn't build a full-on morb farm. So we just wound up with some morbs, to be honest. Skills. Joni, I wanted you... Oh, it's not you, Joni, it's Fidelia. To get demolition. So we can get these ridiculous desks out my way. That would be nice. This, I want to put polluted water in. Let's have some power. You need some power. And you need some plumbing. And apparently I've never connected this, which is interesting. I mean, we could just leave this here as our little... There's got to be better ways of dealing with mess. So, in here, we need to build some of these. Have I learnt about... Oh, I don't have any plastic anyway. But we also need to do our little pumps. So that we can put a little pump in here. And eventually run it down to there. I don't know what we're going to do here. Just drop it out the base and never worry about it again, potentially. Neo, you've been shot again. I can't get this to not shoot Neo. It's determined to shoot them every time they go in there. Also, apparently, the shooting them in the head mucks up the animation. But well done. Well done. Get back on the bed. Right then. How else are we doing? Apparently we need to dig in here a little bit so we can build that. I would very much like to clean out the inside of here. Thank you. How are we doing with expanding down here? Not too badly. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can use a filled nuclear engine to provide more rads to your rad generator. Yes, yes you can. However, I cannot be bothered with that. I have plenty of rads. The problem is getting them not to impact on my dupe's head. And I mean, that's only a problem because I can't be bothered to change my design to one which doesn't shoot my dupes in the head. So, you know, I've largely got myself to blame for the fact that I keep shooting Neo in the head. I could be bothered about it, but, you know, I'm only vaguely bothered about it. Is the answer. I'm not bothered enough about it to fix it. Which regular viewers of the channel will know is a fairly standard state of affairs. That I will consider. How much do I care about this? Not enough to actually do anything about it. Did we pick up all that polluted water that was up here? Apparently so. So has that all gone into my thimble reeds there? Someone needs to harvest these. That one, I guess. I'll leave it there for a minute. Is this going fine? Maybe not. What is this for? Let's sever that. Yeah, and that should be fine again. Excellent. Right. I don't know why this still exists, but it doesn't look like it needs to, so let's get rid of it. Poor Neo. Maybe, right, we're going to try a thing. Oh, we don't have any research selected. I want to learn about this. Oh, Amelia. You're actually doing the doctoring. That's nice to see. Rather than just somebody random. How are we doing? Well, seems to be working. Let me check the... This is an and. Oh, why is there an and gate here? There doesn't really need to be one. Right, yes, I'd like all of this out of here, cheers. This can get deconstructed. Really? Why does that even need disinfecting? Oh, I see, because there's some slime lung up there, is there? Fair enough. Yeah, we still don't have very much reef fiber, but that is partly because the dupes are refusing to harvest this. Did you get shot this time? Possibly not. Because you appear to be standing in the correct place. Well, the correct place for the animation. Oh, yeah, you can off-gas forever into space there. Right. I'm going to get a drink. And then we are going to come back and think about what a potential industrial block over here would look like. Things that we want include cooling for a fridge system. Well, a freezer. Which I think I want over here. Potential cooling for the base, though we are cooling that fairly effectively with oxygen. Though whether that will work forever is something to be considered. What else do we want in it? Cooling for itself. And largely some power generation. Some natural gas generators. Steam turbine. Need to sort out the Draco. Oh, excellent. This has been demolished. How exciting. Things like that. So, I'm going to get a quick drink and I will be right back. Hello there. Yes, I know how to build a cooling loop, thanks the doctor. I've done it on many occasions. Right, let's have a look at our new printables. Game hates me and completely refuses to ever give me a rancher. Let's take some glass. We could change the path of the rad bolt, but yes. I'm not so worried about shooting Neo in the head that I'm gonna bother, to be honest. One of the things that I was wondering was whether it would be better for Neo if, rather than me automatically triggering it, we'll go and see. What if we move Neo in themselves to trigger it? They move back. Well, that's less effective. I thought they might actually do the research while they were there, but no. Apparently that's not on. How are we getting on here? So yes, what are we gonna make this look like? So normally, obviously, I'd have an aquatuner and all of that stuff. Did we ever make any steel? We haven't. Right, where's my thing? Let's have a look. Iron? We've got 100 kilos of iron. We'll probably do with some more than that. So, let's make some steel and some iron. We don't appear to have a kiln here, so that's something we'd probably want to put in the thing. Yes, you don't have any refined carbon or lime. I think I've still got a rock crusher knocking about. Why don't you do that? Oh. Hooray, caffeine and sugar. What is going on with this? Oh, I see, it's just powering some deodorizers. Fair enough. That's fine. Alright, so kilns are a thing we're going to need. It feels like this here is the perfect place to put batteries. Well, do we need to when we can have them up here where it's going to remain freezing for God knows how long? We might have some batteries down here. Unless buildings do get a out of rad bolts automation output, there is no really satisfying way to automate rad bolts, just mediocre workarounds. Yes, I know how to do an aquatuner, thanks the doctor. Hello Ralph Wren, how are you? I am alright is the answer to your question. Yeah, not too bad. Bit tired, I think, a bit low energy, but now I have some caffeine and sugar, so that should help us a lot with our attempts to do stuff. What is this? Oh, I see. I think I would like to deconstruct that. I wonder if that means that I poured any of that nuts. Well, that's annoying. I didn't really want that to happen. But apparently we did, in fact, pour the food poisoning germs here into the thing. Well, hello, a squared pie. I mean, it's not the end of the world. It's just moderately annoying because I set up a whole thing here and obviously didn't notice that I already had one over here, which the dupes merrily poured our polluted water into. Such is life, really. I hope you're well today. It will not be the end of the world that we have food poisoning in our polluted water. We will live. Right. Let us go and explore down here. Seems lovely. Let's have a quick check at the temperature. Abyssalite works so much better these days, which is a change that I love. 1, 2, 3, 4. Digging out all of this rubbish. We should probably actually... Do you know what we should do? We should wrangle up these... What is a change that you don't like? What are changes that I don't like? I am still slightly unsure about the removal of meteors. Imp dub. I mean, you can see what they've had to do to get around the fact that they removed meteors, where they've had to essentially nerf the sun to get over the fact that it's too easy to build solar these days. So I'm not sure about that one. What are the ones that I'm not sure of? I'm not really... Are there many others that I've been unhappy about it? Chat might remember better than I do. But definitely I think that one of my main aggravations is the change in space. That's definitely been the one that has bothered me the most. Like things like there are some which are sort of seem a bit annoying, but I've become accustomed to, like the durability on suits. Food storage, it's a little bit annoying, but I am not against making you pay for stuff, to be honest. So, I mean, if you think about it, the one that I'm against is the one that makes stuff kind of free. It's so free to just come up here and put up solar. So the food storage for me is like, that's fine. Now I have to pay for it. No. Okay. Could I maybe not? Yes. But I do have to. Okay. We'll cope. Does that make sense? Whereas, yeah, the one that I don't like is the one that makes it free. Are we going to take any of these up there? Who knows? Maybe. One day. I can't think of many others. In general, I've enjoyed the DLC. I do wonder, it makes the game really, really, really long. Like, the game was already really long, and the changes to the game, yeah, I'm not a fan of the food storage change, but I get why they did it, and therefore I'm fine with it. I mean, yes, I think that probably sort of sums up how I feel about it as well. Like, it's a bit annoying that I have to change some stuff, but hey, it's fine. I can pay for stuff. It's okay. Hang on, this is a volcano. Oh no, that'll be fine. We can actually just do a thing. Yeah, the one thing I have found is that for a game that was already incredibly long, they've made it longer. Like, it literally takes you so long now to do, you know, to get out to all the planets, that you don't necessarily, like, by the time I get there, I'm kind of a bit bored of a run. So yeah, that I don't know how I feel about that, but certainly I'm aware of just how long runs have to be now. And I'm not sure how I feel about it. Like, apparently I'm not convinced that extra... Like, I like the extra content. But, yeah, it feels almost a test of will to get there rather than a test of skills. You can always choose your own win point, absolutely. But I mean, I want to look at the new stuff. But looking at the new stuff can be such a long drawn out process. Rush the tear, skip many planetoids as that's not strictly needed. That would possibly be you know, a thing to do. I think I just need find a way to get to some of the stuff earlier so that I can sort of enjoy it all a bit more. I haven't made nuclear power plants. We've done the other stuff with nuclear, but we haven't done power plants yet. I need to change these to, let's feed them some igneous. Is there a thing is too long? Depends very much on what you want. Some prefer shorter ones, some like to tinker with their existing colony forever. Personally, I'd wish for more late game goals and achievements. There are other volcanoes and other planetoids. Yeah, but you don't necessarily have to have them, Doctor. I think there's a thing as too much mid-game, Emily. I think maybe that's what I feel. That there's an awful lot of mid-game. Before you get to end game. And whatever that would look like. And I don't know. I mean, I still need to do more things about it. But that's certainly somewhere where I'm a bit like... It starts to feel a little bit of a grind there. If that makes sense. So, yeah. But something to sort of... more for me at the moment, something to think about than something that I'm like, you know. I'm just kind of like, I don't know entirely how I feel about this. If you see what I mean. So, we'll see. How are you here? If we never manage to wrangle you, let's try and wrangle you. I don't know if we'll be able to wrangle anything to this drop-off point. No, we should be able to. You always get to the point where there's nothing else to do once you're happy with your colony. I don't know if I ever get to that point, to be honest. But that might well be much more about me than anything to do with Clay. Yes, I mean, balancing is not something they've necessarily been working on very much so far. They've definitely been working on getting the new features out and implemented. Which makes sense, because... you know, you can't really balance things until you know how they're going to start working in the real world. But yes, in general, I've been very pleased about the DLC. I think as somebody asked me whether it was worth getting, and you know, they were like, is there enough content in it? And I was like, if I had a criticism, it's that there's too much content, that it's different enough that I'm still kind of in the mode where I think it should have been ONI 2. I think it could have very easily been ONI 2 and not a DLC. Because this change is so incredibly massive to the whole mechanics of the game that I think it very easily could have been a new game. Balancing may or may not be important. I like Stellaris when there is time for it, and that is fun for being absurdly unbalanced. Indeed. I mean, I'm not a huge, like, balance in single-player games person. I guess my point is that it needs to... your experience of it needs to feel balanced, if you see what I mean. None of these are any good. I have no idea what that means. Imp dub. Play likes to overhaul games with their DLC. Fair enough. As I say, this was the first one I really got involved with, Ralph Lauren, so I didn't, I don't have a lot of experience with their other games to know how their systems work. But yes, certainly plenty of content. No worries that there was insufficient content. This game could not have proper element physics or pressure or multiple elements per tile. The simulation would die. Oh, I see. We're talking about how it's not proper physics. Yes, it's never going to be proper physics. And because I don't really know enough proper physics, I don't even think about it in that way. I definitely think about it purely from the... is this quite a different experience to the game I used to play? And I would say yes, it is quite a markedly different experience from vanilla. ONI. Proper physics alpha chumps. I mean, I love the way that, like, first-person shooters and stuff like that are always like, look at our amazing physics engine, and you're like, yes, but your game, like, thinks that you can get shot 20 times before you die. I mean, why are you bothering to have real-world physics, or even attempt to approximate them in such a situation? Why can't you get back? Oh, this one. Right, let's put the oh, apparently we've done pulling back the veil. Apparently we can see 80% of this map. Oh yeah, probably. Yeah, or like Mortal Kombat wanting to make realistic deaths. I mean, there's definitely something... there was definitely a trend. It's sort of, for all everyone complains about Fortnite and stuff, there was definitely a trend towards, like, ridiculous, pointless realism that games have sort of stopped a bit. That they seem to have remembered that they're actually supposed to be games again, which I like. Realistic deaths are not cool at all. No. No, they're not. I mean, Mortal Kombat was always just, like, deliberately trying to go for the shock value, though, wasn't it? Was definitely a thing it was interested in. Right, temperatures. Look at this amazing abyssalite. This is a change I love. Abyssalite that functions properly. The deaths in that game are ridiculous. Well, Doom always was ridiculous. I mean, let's face it. The original Doom, you go to, like, a base on Mars, which is possessed by demons. I mean, what the what? Where are the rest of my, minor volcanoes? That's a point of interest. Frankly. But that was one of the great joys of Doom, is it never really wanted to be anything other than a game. And it was a really good game, like the original one. And I'm told the newer ones are, I just haven't played them. They are very good, I think. I mean, I mostly only hear good things about Doom Eternal. I just haven't played a first-person shooter in God knows how long, and I have no real desire to play one again. But, you know, nonetheless, just because I don't want to play something doesn't mean it's not good. Yeah, they do very much embrace that it's a game. Doom always did. Doom was a, you know, adrenaline joy. It was great. I enjoyed Doom. I was very bad at it. I mean, even I wasn't very old when it came out, but I wasn't very good at it. Even the little dude's face at the bottom, absolutely. Right, how many critters we got in here? Let's harvest, let's wrangle up some of these hatchlings and put them in there. I think I saw another stone hatchling. I did. There you go, you two. You can get up here. So presumably there's going to be another one of those somewhere. How is the temperature doing over here? Still good. Cool. This is even better than the last abyssalite layer. It's such a weird thing, but it does give me... How did you do that? It's going to take you forever. Hang on. If you cancel that... Oh, you can't even get up there. Okay. Just build that. Not that one. I mean, seriously. Oh, they're not hatches. They are, sweetles. They're a different sort of critter. Right. Well done. Good grief. Well, I mean, they are kind of lost amongst the many, many hatches. I just decided to drop off all the critters in one place and not worry about them, really. So we have this little drop-off for them. I think we may be running out of... oh no, we've still got some room. How are we doing in here? We have 8. Lovely. How are you doing, fish? Where's your mate? Your mate is still a tiny baby. The dupes certainly only know how to get themselves killed. A squared pie. It is one of their great joys in life. So you're already tame, so we can actually switch this out now for seeds. I don't know what seeds we've got the most of. Let us have a little look. Seed. We do apparently have 691 units of mealwood seeds. That seems quite a few. Oh, but we can't set it to not put the mutated ones in, can we? Which is moderately annoying, because we have these mutated ones over here that I most certainly do not want them to put in there. No, they don't have a oh, hang on, do they? No. They don't have a selectable thing. Hello, Nematrek. We are making some fish. We had a very slight problem getting this started up, in that we realised that this had to get set to 3. Why is your current count 5? What are you counting? You? Oh, you can count these, can you? Oh, well, that's no bloody good. That is no good. Hi, Nematrek. I hope you're well. Let me have a look at this. Oh, no, you can't hit the bit I need you to hit, which is that bit there. If I put you there. Which is a problem, because I can't put a door here. But I need this to not count those. Yes, no, I could put it in. My problem is that actually it doesn't look at the bit I want it to look at. I think also the bridge might get in the way of a door anyway. We could door this, potentially. If I were to, let's see. If we were to deconstruct this, yeah, add a door inside the water. That is my thought, that we in fact door this side, not up here. And this one should be able to see through the door. And on the other side too. Well, yes. Yes. You're quite right, Nematrek. So I reckon if we build that door, this will be fine. One over and down from the main door should work. Or what, just like a vertical door? Will they climb through it? Yeah. Let's try. Don't go up there, fish. Just replace the 2 ladder segments next to the feeder with a door. I think that's what I'm doing, Emily. Is this what you meant? Would someone like to actually build these at some point? We're all too excited building ladders down there. Hello, Amelia. They meant one more up. But this is fine too. Excellent. That is what I meant, at least. Alright. So, Nemetrek did mean this. Emily meant a bit further up, but... yes, it should be... oh. Let's have a look at the automation, actually. No, we're good. It's not running through the wires handily. We can open this door. We don't need this door to be closed. Why? Can they actually get over there? Yeah, they can do. You could have fixed it, but it would have been more work. Indeed. Though I quite enjoy automation. Automation is the work in this game that I really enjoy, to be honest. Of all the sort of random bits of this game that are just work, automation is definitely the one that I actually enjoy. So that explains why this didn't work. So this can probably go back to 2 now. Because the reason it won't have worked is because it will have continued to count the thing on here. Because it was counting outside the door. That was the problem. That door should be kept closed so the fish don't enter it and get confined. Fair enough. That is a good point. Operating in suit wearing. Where is my rancher? Come on, game. Let's close this one again then. Thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're having a lovely day. Get out of there, fish. Yes. Also, it should be kept closed because when they go in it, this gets confused. I mean, if you go up there, you can just die, quite frankly. Is there a dupe somewhere? Hello. I don't know what you think you're doing. Come down here. I mean, that wasn't strictly the way I wanted you to do this, but fine. Right, now move there. Get out of there, fish. Oh. Kaylee, come here. Have you considered, Gulpfry, that if you, No, they're alright. They're overcrowded and glum, but nothing else. I will just have to murder you, quite frankly. Which, I mean, I can do. We can also close this door, just in case. Yeah, because this is a separate room, so they can't see the eggs, they should be fine. But frankly, if you won't move, you're getting murdered, and we'll put another egg in here. You what name? Of a Gulpfry? Come here. What is your temperature range, mister? You are elderly. Where's the thing? Haku. Livable range 10 to 100. Does anyone know what the comfortable range actually does? Why does it matter? Nothing. Alright, fair enough. So it doesn't matter. That's the answer. I see. Move here, Neo. Come and stand in this door for me. Move there. Move there. I think it was going to be for happiness, but it does nothing. Fair enough. Can you get out of here, Goldfish? Like, I'm giving you as much opportunity as I can to move out of this door. You'd think, since you're unhappy in the door, just murder it then. If it insists on being in the door, I don't think it can pass through a door center auto. Oh, I see. Good grief. Let's try opening the goddamn door for it again then. Oh, life. Packies. More pain in the neck. Thank you, Neo. Excellent, right. So they should be alright now. How are you doing? We lost some reproduction of you, did we? Not very much. Okay. Life finds a way. In this game, life finds a way to trap itself and kill itself. That is what life finds a way to do. I don't know why, but yes. Oni seem to believe that Clay seemed to believe that life finds a way to wipe itself out, given half an opportunity. I mean, for a company who make survival games, they definitely seem convinced that, like, are we doing geothermal? I mean, maybe, Nematrak. I'm not convinced we genuinely need the power. But I mean, when I was thinking of all the non-dupe interaction things I could do on this planet, like, pretty much all of them were power. And then I'm like, what am I going to do with any of that power? If I take all the dupes away, how am I going to use this power? So, hello Dandelion's Wish. Welcome in today. Thank you very much for the follow. I hope you're having a good one. I'm still missing a minor volcano. We've only found 2 so far. But there we go. I think now we've got this working. Hopefully. The only other thing we need to do is something we can't do until we get rockets. Because we need the space research to do a solid filter. Yes. Of course we need it for the mandatory 300% overproduction. Yes, sorry. How foolish of me. You're quite right. I know what I'd like. Never mind about this. all that, to be honest. What I'd like to check on is... Personally, I'd just drop the item and use the auto sweeper, more conveyor loaders to filter at this point. Maybe. The problem is, this is literally the only point that both of these sweepers can see. Well, I mean, I suppose actually... No, there are going to be Paku. And I haven't got a lot of space up here to fit another sweeper. See, I can't really fit another sweeper that this one can see anywhere. Sorry. And that's where the extra power goes. Yes. That is where the extra power goes. Put it in a room above. I mean, we could... okay, we could deconstruct this... maybe, and put it here and move this routing a little bit. That might work. I mean, these aren't going to be producing anything. They're only going to be producing fillets and eggshells. Yeah, we could do that. We'll have to reroute this a little bit, but we can sort that out as well. What have we built these out of? Oh, whatever. If we do that. Lovely. And then we can... I can't believe that the solid filter is such a pain in the neck. Where it's located on the... There you go, there's a change I don't like. Why is my solid filter... Where is it? Here. Why is this here? Why do I need to go to space to learn how to make a solid filter? Or a conveyor rail thermosensor? Why? Why is this here? That's a change I don't like. There's not much else that's up there that I'm like, why the hell? Well, maybe a monument, but like, I understand. That's a game. That's game mechanics. I completely understand why the monuments are up there. Hello, Cyberdyne, yeah. Welcome in. You know, in terms of game mechanics, I completely understand why a monument is up here. But, thermal sensor is late game. You're thinking it's a small nerf for volcanoes. Oh. No, I see. Maybe. That's an interesting point, KJ. Yes, could be. Can I just have my solid filter back then? Yeah, or jet suits. Like, most of the stuff that is up here makes perfect sense to be up here. One of the things that doesn't make any sense is that the launcher is there, but the receiver is like down here somewhere. There it is. Like, there's no possible reason to not have the opener at the same point as the launcher. Like, is this a mistake? Why is it here? Why isn't it with this? You can't open anything else with it. So that one doesn't make any sense either. But apart from that, you know, everything else up here makes sense. Yeah, I've always used a conveyor shutoff and a thermosensor to do it before they had conveyor meters. But equally, shouldn't this be like the meters? Like, because they're new. Shouldn't that be up here? I don't know. But anyway, that is a thing that I find a bit weird. I'd like to turn the priority of these up because people aren't building them because they're too busy digging out down the bottom of the map. But yeah, I mean, it's a very minor complaint. But the fact that I can't have conveyor sensors definitely gets on my wick quite regularly. Because I use them quite a lot. I know that everyone has their like bits of the automation and the conveying. Frustration is part of what makes ONI fun. I like the way that you misspelt it as Ion, KJ. Yeah, and certainly everyone has their favourite bits of the automation and the shipping. Crazy Pacu contraption and ahoy, absolutely, Dr. Trophonius. This is going to produce us largely endless Pacu, for as long as we can feed them. But we're going to feed them seeds in due course. So we should be able to create a method that will feed them forever. Welcome in. I hope you are well and having a lovely time. Now, this way? Absolutely, KJ. Definitely the fault of the keyboard. Do you know what? This is going away. Nobody needs this ladder. It doesn't do anything. We're also going to get rid of this ladder. I can just climb across here. Excellent. Egg. Egg comes up here. Good. For the longest time I was mad that gas liquid reservoirs didn't have an automation output and then they added it. Whereas I almost never use the automation on gas and liquid reservoirs. To the point where everyone uses their own things in this game, which actually is one of the things about ONI that's great. That the game is actually very much like, build your own. And have that work however you like. It's definitely one of the great joys of ONI. I haven't really worked out where I'm going to have any of this go, but we're going to use this, which is almost certainly going to come down this side somewhere, to supply our Pacu fillet and eggshells. Oh, now I still want a why the third conveyor? You can just add it to the first conveyor and have the second one be higher priority. I literally don't understand Nematrek. I can't add things to this conveyor because... Oh. No, I can't. This can't see the drop-off point for this conveyor. Also, it would mean that Pacu Phillips and random stuff might wind up there, which I don't want. Oof. Yeah, I had to think about it, but no, there was actually a reason. Lovely. Right. How are we doing down here? What have we learned? Have we found the final thing? We have not. Which is a bit surprising, because I'm pretty sure we're going to hit the wall fairly soon. So I'm a bit surprised about that. No. The eggshells fall down. So there's a weird thing that we noticed last time we built one of these. When the eggs hatch, both the eggshells and the fish fall down here. Oh, is that a bug? Yeah, let's not report that. Because, like, I literally used that in my design. Like many bugs in ONI, where people use them to do the thing they want to do. They haven't nerfed the number of minor volcanoes, have they? Such as the Tepodizer overheat bug, which is that one Nematrek? I think they may have. Oh. Well, I suppose I don't really care. I don't really use them anyway. Let's look at our printables. I just want a rancher. That's all I want. Just a rancher. Thanks. Clay is the main enemy. They fixed and tweaked some world gen related to geysers. I see. I mean, I don't think you necessarily need 3. Oh, yes. No, I did know that one, Nematrek. And I definitely don't think you strictly needed 3 minor volcanoes down there for any particular reason. But, nonetheless, we'll see. Oh, let's, how are we doing? I think they're spending way too much time delivering algae to these fish, quite frankly. As far as I can tell, the dupes are just spending way too much time feeding fish. This is what we've learnt from your modder, Squared Pie. Also, the Draco's trying to get itself murdered again. Time for some automation. Yes. We need to think about what's going to be a good plant to grow for them. We want something nice and easy to grow that we can leave behind. Can we actually do any of these things? No, we don't have any reed fibre. Lots of balm lily. That might be it, yes. Do I have any way I can produce chlorine from? I mean, we have obviously bleach stone, but I don't have a chlorine vent or anything. But that doesn't necessarily mean we can't use balm lily, of course. Do we have much bleach stone even? Yeah, there's some in the caustic biomes, aren't there? I am not going to the teleporter planet, Nematrek. I decided we were going to treat the teleporter planet as one of our nomadic destinations. So we ain't going there. Or at least not before we leave this world for good. I mean, we are going there. That's the point. But, yes. We're going to go there having left this world. I mean, I could stop streaming, Emily. That wouldn't necessarily deal with the problem of you being lazy. It might help with the problem of me being lazy. Ooh, there's a thing there. Right, let's go and have an investigate in the thing. What is this thing? And since we're building that, we'll also dig out this coal. A thing! Yes. A vent and or geyser. Or possibly volcano, but I don't think I've got any volcanoes. What have I got? Have we found the hot polluted oxygen? And we haven't found the hydrogen, I don't think. We might have found the hot polluted oxygen. Let's have a look. Can we use the temperature overlay? That's called steam. That's carbon dioxide. Maybe I haven't found the hot polluted oxygen yet? Oh no, I have. There it is. Volcanoes can't spawn with that sort of rock formation around it. Guaranteed volcanoes can't, but random ones can. Wow. The things that I have no idea about, quite frankly. But yes, most likely it's going to be a hydrogen vent. Nobody's coming down here to do anything? Is there a reason for that? What are you all busy doing? I mean, partly you're busy not having any atmo suits. You're doing some science? Alright. I mean, I'll allow it, I guess. We could do with more, feeding the fish. Yes, quite possibly. I mean, they're not building the things that go with the fish, apparently. That's it. You get in the thing. The random geysers can be almost any vanilla geyser, including volcanoes, and all random ones have that circle of granite and obsidian mix. Yeah, they're literally just like filling the tiny bits up because they hate me mostly. So we do have this drop off here. Which is as yet not attached to anything. Let's get them to build this. Where are we gonna... yeah, let's not get them to build that. Because we're gonna get that to come from wherever we build a farm. Balm lilies are probably good. What else could we build? What has the shortest life cycle of the plants? I mean, balm lilies have an excellent, decent body temperature. Everything else needs a lot of materials and upkeep. That is true. Mealwood. I mean, mealwood needs dirt though, so we have to actually produce dirt. Reed fibre. Reed fiber's not too bad. Reed fiber doesn't have as easy a body temperature though. Yeah, no, mushrooms are going to be too much work. I think probably Potentially in here, we could work something out, probably. Or down here. Okay. We do need a kiln, however. Oh man, I'm tired today. We need some refined carbon. It is probably better to just oversize a balm lily farm, indeed. Or use a barley. They're probably easier than any of the other ones. Still, it's always worth thinking about. Why can't you get here? Oh, I see. Fair enough. Okay. Kitchen's here, I think. Let's have a think. What am I going to want in here? Do we need a molecular forge? I mean, I can't think of any reason. We can't get any of the materials through a molecular forge, can we? Don't get up there. You'll just get shot by this. Hello, Tanya. Welcome in. Ah. I hope you're well. No, I just let them... Whatever. They'll sort it out in due course. Hopefully. Right, that's a huge base. Oh, this is quite a tiny base for me. This is quite a little base for me normally. But it's not too bad. We're only keeping 7 duplicates for now. We're gonna have to build some ladders here. Thank you. With the super tiny mini base mod, I think it would be really difficult. I've considered it, but I haven't done it yet. The only sort of world generator mod we did is we did the hello Casa, welcome in. We did the 100k challenge, which you can watch on the YouTubes. Oh, I actually wrote YouTubes rather than YouTube. There we go. Yeah, there's VODs of all the 100k challenge. That was that's the one where the world generation starts at 100 Kelvin. So that was quite fun. I enjoyed that one a lot. We discovered that I really like cold bases. They fit in with my playstyle very well. But I haven't done the small one. Though it does look quite fun. I hope you are having a lovely day, Mfonda. And that things are going well. What am I going to do with these Draco? Still need to think about these Draco. I think I want to get the blueprint from the last game and just print it out. I might do that. It was chilly, but I enjoyed chilly, I discovered. I really enjoy maps that you can just dig. Where you don't have to worry too much. You just dig everything out. And that was fun. I am having a day. I have sympathy for the anxiety about health things. I hope the health things are actually okay. And that the anxiety is manageable. And that you have people around you to remind you that sometimes you're just being anxious about stuff. Chili is tasty. Oh my lord, Nematrak. It definitely looks like they have reduced the number of minor volcanoes that you get. Oh no, hang on. Maybe not. Not in... Oh no, there probably is room for it over there. Might be there. Neutronium finger. No, I think it's actually a, it's a volcano. It doesn't look quite like one of these. But that might just be, random. I'm not sure. Who is idle? Why are you idle? Oh, because no one will repair the goddamn suits. Apparently we need to wee more. What are the volcanoes for? Yes, they make this stuff, which is very hot, so you can use it to generate power or other things, mostly power, to be fair. You can also use it to change the states of stuff, so we've previously used it to make petroleum. We will not be using it to make petroleum on this though, because we don't have any crude oil to put into it. Hot rock juice, absolutely. Well, I guess I'll have some Drecklets then. If we feel like that about it. I would prefer they would stop getting in there. Right, that's the thing I want. Shine nymph eggs. I wish to look at sun nymph eggs. Because these, I want to try and get them into here out the way. And stop them being all over the shop. Right, you make some refined carbon. Thanks. So we can have some steel. Yes, apparently our duplicates do not go to the bathroom often enough to keep up with our reed fiber needs. Is all I can say. I don't know how I feel about that. We could, more dupes for more toilet visits. Well, the thing is, Caster, I want to pack all of my... I want to rip everything out of this world and then pack all of my dupes into a rocket and fire them to another planet. So, I don't want too many dupes, because then you start having too many rockets. Wrangle this. Is the thing. Let's let all of that out of there. Ah, but it pours it all over the floor, doesn't it, Doctor? Also, does it actually produce water? Oh, I think actually we're researching the sanitation shower now. Oh no, I'm not. Decontamination. I could automate ethanol, except I don't have any ethanol here. But we could go to a planet and automate ethanol. That's quite an interesting idea, Nematrek. Yeah, I didn't know it was water positive. But that's interesting. I mean, you have to design it properly because, yes, I'm told it just pours your polluted water all over the floor. But, I mean, that can be done. The, what's it does that a little bit? The surfboard. But you can still make that work. Do you think a geyser that erupted cold, sour gas would be a good idea? I mean, I think it would possibly be a bit easy mode. Oh, hydrate. Okay, give me 1 second to get some water, chat. I'll be back. I see. Is there a stretch as well? Thank you for the hydrate. Thank you for the stretch, Nematrek. Who is idle? Are they just idle because they can't get out the base? Yes. It was a good stretch. I've been doing more walking in the last week or so, which is good, but doesn't genuinely appear to have improved the condition of my back at all, unfortunately. So I'll have to continue working on ways to have my back not be a disaster area. I wonder if we could make a a temporary Adreco ranch. What if we put one here? One, two, three, four. It says flooding. Is that normal? On my games, yes. I'll show you what's flooding in a second. Oh, that's too big. Oh, look, this Draco is doing its best to get Neo shot in the head again. There we go. So the flooding is these two deodorizers here. So I often build deodorizers which turn polluted water into clean water, all up and down a ladder, and I don't worry too much if I build them into some water, because the water levels often move. So that's fine. It's just telling me that well, in fact, two buildings are flooded, but it's not a big deal. Right. Let's build one of these. I'm going to put the Dracos in here with a grooming station. Where is the grooming station? Shearing station, not grooming station. Don't care about grooming them. I just want to shear them for now. Thanks. Dracos. Let's wrangle you. Have I got any other wrangleable ones? I mean, I've got some wild ones. We could dig in here and get these wild ones. Do we want to keep the chlorine though? Well, I mean, it'll still exist on the map. We can just go and fetch it from wherever. Let's go wrangle some Draco. This should have a egg shortly that we can put in here. Hi. Good to see you, hatches. How many are in this room now? 43 isn't that many. I'm disappointed. I was hoping I had more than that. Excellent. There we go. So we're fixing a couple of suits up. Having wrangled that Draco. Which ones, Tanya? Can you be more specific? I'm happy to talk about the game. So, the tiny ones. Right. Let's talk about critters. So, we've got a bunch of critters here. These ones I'm not currently doing anything with. So, if we have a look at them... Oh, some of them are tame. But mostly they're wild. And these ones here, we're feeding and looking after and grooming and making happy. And then they make eggs. And we are currently not doing very much with the eggs. What we will do with them, we're just dumping them down here. What we will do eventually is turn all of these into food. But these ones also produce coal. If you feed them, they produce coal. The grey ones and the pink ones are all sort of relatives. These blue ones do a different thing. So the useful thing to do with these blue ones, which I haven't bothered to do, but I could be doing, is put them on your plants. Because when you put them on your plants, they tend to the plants and make the plants grow faster. But I haven't been bothered with that currently. I've just put them up there out the way. The shiny ones create light. So we've got some wild plants here that require light to grow. So we left some shiny ones in here. They also produce... Yeah, we could put sweetles in the balm lily farm. They also produce a little bit of radiation. And that has meant that every now and again we get mutant seeds which do different things. So we're going to try and move some more shiny ones in here to do that with our farm. The radiation doesn't damage our dupes. Or it's not sufficient to damage our dupes. These ones, they have coats that you can shear off. The stuff that their coats are made out of is the stuff that makes these suits that allows the dupes to go running off into the world. Which is why we're stealing these ones from down here. And we're going to also put them in here, shave off their coats, and enable us to have more suits. So yes, most critters have some sort of use in the game. So we also have fish. The main use of fish is food. Other advantages of fish is that they have a very short life cycle. So they produce loads of eggs. And the eggs can be used to produce lime, which produces steel. Not in a don't starve way. No, there are not so much enemies. You are largely your own worst enemy. Is something melting? It does appear that something is melting here. So rather than saying don't starve where things in the world are trying to kill you, yeah, the enemies are your own stakes made manifest, absolutely. In this, equilibrium is incredibly difficult to achieve and quite easy to tip over accidentally. So you have to manage like everything. You have to manage your liquids, you have to manage your gases. All of your resources are consumable. Like nothing is, well, very few things are naturally renewable. So you have to work really hard on finding renewable ways to do things. Let's just have more Drecos. Like if you want to tame your critters, you have to feed them. You have to manage heat as well. Yes, my heat isn't too bad. But you can see that outside it's quite a bit warmer. Or quite a bit colder. And your little people don't like extremes in temperatures. They have quite a big temperature range actually. Right, sweep that. And sweep that. And both of those go in here. So as I said, I wanted to put critter. I wanted to put the eggs in here. You. No, none of those for you. Thank you. There you go in there. And we're going to add some eggs into that. So yeah, this is a bit more colony building than survival. And so your challenges are sort of weighted against that rather than things coming to get you. If you see what I mean. I mean, you can consider the tree an enemy. There is a tree on another planet that will attack you if you go near it. But again, like everything really, everything is a resource. Occasionally the resources will attack you. But that's pretty rare. I'm really bad with management. Yeah, it's much more of a management game than Don't Starve is. But, like building sustainable bases and all of that in Don't Starve, it's a matter of learning the systems and the recipes, if you like, and then applying them. And it works sort of similarly to that. Right. The thing we're going to do is build a couple of these. Not a tree protector. There is just a tree in Oni that will give you a whack if you get too close to it. I have not yet been to the tree. One of the things I hope to do this time is go to the tree. I tell you, one of the things we need to use all the power for is the automated systems to shoot all of the stuff that we produce here to whichever planet we go to next, because we'll want to shoot all of our Pacu fillets and everything. Have you tried Hollow Knight? I have. I'm exceptionally bad at it. I literally got to the first enemy? Large enemy? I'm not sure. I didn't get very far and got murdered horribly repeatedly. Tree protects itself, needs nobody to fight its battles for it. Absolutely, Casa. This is definitely a tree that can protect itself. But yeah, this is what we're going to use all the power for, is shooting stuff to other planets so that we can continue to use the resources we've harvested from this one. To be honest, I gave up on it, and after months I got some tips and it helped me finish the game. I can see how it can be hard. I'm just super out of practice with you know, Don't Starve is quite a bit of like combat mechanics and stuff for me, let alone Hollow Knight. But I did play a little bit. I also played a little bit of Hades, which I really enjoyed. But again, I'm pretty bad at that as well. So occasionally I like to play those games, but on the whole I'm pretty terrible at them. Right, what am I doing? Hades is loads of fun. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I'll play it again at some point. But I've been a bit busy. What with streaming and then doing my other job as well, so my actual time for gaming is starting to look quite limited. What are the different gases in the game? So in the game, you have, I think, slightly more gases than we know about. Yes, I do work outside Twitch. So, we've got chlorine here. This is the bright green one here. Duplicants not in suits don't like it. They can't breathe it, and it makes them have itchy eyes and stuff. For hydrogen, which is the bright pink one. The deeper green one is polluted oxygen, which duplicants can breathe, but might get, you can see that it says there's slime lung germs in it. This can trigger a disease in duplicants. Anything can be a gas if you try hard enough, well, except neutronium. I mean, that is vaguely true, yes. The general gases that you are likely to encounter are these ones. The light blue is regular oxygen. There are diseases. There are. Your duplicants can get sick. Duplicants like regular oxygen, though they are a bit picky about what temperature it is. Carbon dioxide, which your duplicants breathe out and cannot breathe in. natural gas. So you see how we have this natural gas geyser, which gives off natural gas, which you can burn as a fuel. However, we also have a duplicant who is flatulent. And that duplicant is putting out their own supply of natural gas for us, which is very kind of them. Those are the main ones. There's also sour gas, which is essentially a byproduct of heating crude oil. And then you have the vacuum of space up here. Yes, we have got a Gasso teammate. It is their, I've never taken one before. It's their downside. So the little duplicants all have like a downside. And who is it? It's Kasukin. Where's Kasukin? There's Kasukin. Kasukin, you can see here, is flatulent. So they emit natural gas. You should make a second exosuit, Doc, so other people don't have to share their stinky suit. Can you assign them? Oh, you can't assign them to dupes. That's a shame. I could assign them one. So yes, at some point we're going to have to deal with the build-up of natural gas at the bottom of our base. I haven't done so yet, but it will become necessary. You can block access with doors. Yes, I could do. Yeah, they have all sorts of different things that they have that they're not good at. So we have Fidelia here, who is nyctophobic. Fidelia is scared of the dark. So if you were to turn this light off, they wouldn't be able to sleep. All the other duplicants, however, cannot sleep with a light on. So when we finally get the 8th duplicant, we're going to have to do something about this bed. Because no one will be able to sleep here. That's Kasukin again. What else have we got going on? Amelia, what's your downside? You really don't like to do... What did that say? This duplicant has trouble constructing anything besides meaningful friendships. That's amazing. I've never read that before. That's great. Stinky suit debuff plus 10% stress. Natural gas does not need bigger space to let gas build up or whatever. That's so sweet. No, it seems fine. Ralpharan, seems alright. Oh, what, this natural gas? Yes, it does. We should be piping it out, but I can't be bothered right now. And this is dormant anyway, so we're not actually producing any right now. 90 grams a second. This isn't too bad. 90 grams a second is a decent one. Who else have we got? Journey. I want to look at everyone's now and see what they say. This duplicant has a deep-seated distrust of the culinary arts. Does that mean I can wake it up? I cannot wake it up. No, it will wake up in 32.2 cycles. All the various geysers, volcanoes, or vents run on their own little schedule. So they go for a while and then they stop for a while. So they have these active periods. And that's true of any geyser or vent in the game or volcano. None of them... Oh, no, that's not true. There is one that works continually. The leaky oil fissure. But yeah, don't worry about that. That's just a particularly weird one. Oh, that one's working. But we don't really want that spilling boiling hot magma everywhere right now, thanks. Could do without that. So yes, it means it will wake up, but I cannot wake it. The leaky oil fissure is particularly rude. I mean, it's particularly annoying. I'll certainly give you that. Are you not dead yet? Okay, we've only got 5 critters in here. So yes, in terms of like, so these you just need to feed for them to do their thing. These, we can shear their coats off, but then after we've done that, their coats will only regrow if we put them in a hydrogen atmosphere. So for now we're not doing that, we're just leaving them. But I will be looking to make them a hydrogen atmosphere. Also, it appears that we don't really need any of this mealwood anymore. Are you getting that impression? I'm definitely getting that impression. Let's uproot all of this. Because otherwise it's only going to be using up duplicate time. That we don't need. And dirt. I wish there was a better way. Oh, there is a better way to do this, isn't there? You can just do it like that. There we go. Oh, so that's that sorted. How are we doing? You've got another fish in here. This seems to be doing the thing I wanted it to do, largely. Got a lot of fish in there that aren't really doing anything. You need some more rad bolts. There we go. Oh, Neo's been shot in the head again. We'll just micromanage it. Once it's all done, then we won't have to worry about it. What we probably would like to do is start considering sending some rockets up, though, so that we can do space research as well. There we go. Let's build one of those, and then we'll start building rocket platforms over here. Not quite sure how we're going to power said rockets yet, but we'll work that out in a minute. We do have a carbon dioxide geyser. I mean, I have no idea whether they'd produce anything like enough carbon dioxide to power a rocket. But, you know, it is a thing that exists. So that's a possibility. So yeah, like, I would say, comparing this to Don't Starve, now I've got a bit of experience, I would say they're both difficult. They both have Clay's habit of not telling you what's going on and sort of leaving you to get on with it. This one doesn't require any sort of game playing skills. There's nothing you have to do that requires fast twitch reactions. See you soon, Nomatrek. Have a good rest of your day. Yeah, there's nothing you have to do that requires like fast twitch reactions or, you know, any of that sort of stuff. Quick learner, super duper hard digging, excavation and ranching. I mean, no. Nearly, but no. Let's just take a palm lily seed. Whereas this one requires way more planning. Oh, nuts. We shot Neo in the head again. So yeah, and requires much more sort of micro-intensive base building where you're like, look, I'm looking at this traffic overlay that a squared pi designed for it, and learning that, you know, my dupes are spending half their bloody time going to the fish. Now, that's not ideal. Here they go again, you see. Constantly feeding the fish tiny, tiny bits. Here's the guy at the seed analyzer T-posing to assert dominance over Mother Nature. I think in fact what was happening is that they were T-posing to indicate that Mother Nature was dominating them by means of shooting them in the head with rad bolts. That traffic overlay is poggers. It's great, isn't it? It's just called traffic overlay. But yeah, I really like it. Because everyone always says this about the fish feeder, but it's really nice that you can actually just see that of all the stuff going on the map, what the dupes are spending all their time. Yes, you are right, a squared pi. But I like the way that your mod completely shows us it. You know, you can completely see it. The problem is that everybody keeps coming up here to feed these goddamn fish. What we will be able to do... Yeah. Yeah, as I say, what we'll be able to do in the future is drop out seeds here and have the auto sweeper do it. But we do need to... I tell you what we can do. We can dig across here. I need to make a door down here, because I think I'm going to put the... I think I'm going to put the balm lily farm up here. So let's dig in here. Yeah, they can go. And, but we need a door here, because we don't want the dupes escaping without suits. And I don't have enough reed fibre yet to make them suits for this side. If I had somewhere I could put one, I would. And I need this door for this critter counter. No, I don't need this door for this critical counter now, do I? Let's deconstruct this door. You there? Oh, you can't reach over there. Let's not bother deconstructing that door. That's annoying. Yeah, I haven't got anywhere where I can place the bin where the sweeper can get it. Apart from here, maybe? Could I place a bin there? I mean, it's not the ideal place, but no. Oh, the sweeper itself is getting in its way. Could the bin go sideways over the ladder above the door? I think... How could I put the bin sideways? Bins don't work sideways, do they? No, they don't even rotate. See, we could put a bin here, but then the sweeper can't reach it. Oh, you mean a conveyor receptacle thing? Oh, move this. Maybe? Maybe. certainly what we could do is if we were, for instance, to lock this door and put a little loader up here. We could do that. And then we could just get the dupes to bring anything up there. And we could keep this in. I'm a bit worried about the Pacu and whether they'll freak out at some point by being in a tiny room. But I think they only freak out if there are eggs there. They only get cramped if there are eggs, and otherwise it doesn't matter. So they should be fine. That, though, I want to build this way round. You can't lock that yet, because you need to do this. So we could do this in the short term. And then when we've actually got like this set up, rather than here, we'll just bring this round into here and put the loaders on there. And then they could dump as much as they liked up here. Please sweep this out. Thanks. They need to be able to go through this door for a minute. We can set this to like a 1. And then we might not even, because we don't want them to not be able to go through here yet. Neo, I see you. Limping there. Get on this bed. No, definitely can't move all the fish once it gets going. That's not going to work. Do you have a conveyor to dump the eggshells somewhere accessible? I do not. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this to 1. And we're going to set this to like 5. And then this sweeper should do it. It might not. But if we set this to... Because it's not like they don't have other errands to pick up. Right, I want to put... Because we will be able to lock this off once these actually go somewhere. Well, actually, we could... Look, we could in the short term... Right, we could in the short term just literally dump this stuff out. So we could set these up to take all the other stuff that I wanted out of here and just dump it out here. So this would be 4. Yeah, even that works, just to keep them out of the building. So, not critter eggs. What do I want out of here? I want organic, eggshells and polluted dirt. I also want edible Pacu fillets. Both of those should do that. And if they ever build the conveyor, that should be fine. Then we should be able to lock this. And this we're going to put as... For now I'm going to put algae in it. How much algae have we got? Who knows. But later on we'll change that. Can we actually build these things? My lovelies. I mean, they're not a big fan of building stuff. What's up with you, Kaylee? What was that face about? Don't know. There we go. So that moves all the crap out of there so they don't have to get it. So the next question becomes, will they in fact fill this? Let's set it right up for now. And hopefully that'll work out. We'll see. We'll see. We'll have to keep an eye on it to check they're actually ever putting any algae in there. There is slime lung up there. Where did you see slime lung? Oh, there's polluted oxygen up there. But, oh, there's a little bit of slime lung. Ah. It's not a big deal. We've got a gated base anyway, so, I mean, the duplicants, are always in suits if they go outside, so I'm not too worried. So far they have not used this at all. I'll have to see how that goes. I wish there was a, is there a way to... No. So there's still no way of storing separately. Oh, you're so right. A squared pie. I always forget to do that. Oh, you just saw it on the hover card. Yeah, no, there is a little bit. Excellent, that's it. I mean, was it necessary to bring 20 kilos? I mean, the whole thing about this was you not bringing 20 kilos at a time. Never mind. We'll see how that goes. Lovely. So that's good. Hopefully that'll be a bit better. We're starting to get back on with this. We'll have another look at the traffic overlay later on. We've built this. Look, there's loads of algae down here that we could be feeding to the fish. And what we're going to do with that is we're going to move this ladder slightly. Granite. And we're going to make a ladder that comes to probably about there. Oh yeah, look at this. Now we're starting to deliver suitable amounts of stuff. Oh, can you hit that? No, you can't hit that. Good. They are just going to be delivering it all there constantly, but I'm fairly relaxed with them doing that. I don't really mind if they put all the algae in there, to be honest. I'm not really bothered. Also, putting any automation under there would be a tiny nightmare, as you see. And we could use a meter, I guess. Well, we could just turn the thing down. We could potentially use the thing that I have never yet used. The conveyor meter. Oh, we need plastic. But yes, we could use a conveyor meter, maybe. I don't know if they have to be built in open space or whether you can build them underneath. You probably have to build them. I've never seen a use for that. There we go. I've found one. Ranching 9. I'm tempted just to take Ashcan as a rancher. I mean, ideally, they are not in keeping. No, we can't take Ashcan. We have to hold out for at least a 2-skill dupe. I want another farming one as well. We don't really need any thimbleweed seeds, but we do need Drecklets. Hello, Drecklet. Get wrangled. They can disappear later. No, I can't disappear any of my dupes later, unfortunately. I have rules about that. If a dupe dies, then the run is over. It's sad times. Yes, this is our final, what's it? Minor volcano. That's the what's it. So yes, in terms of how this game stacks up against, for instance, Don't Starve and games like that, this is a game where you're afforded the time to sit here and spend, 15 minutes working out how we're going to feed these fish without the duplicates coming up here all the time. And the challenges are in that rather than in whether the Deerclops is going to murder you. So that seems a decent way of sort of thinking about the differences. How much steel have we made? Let's make a little bit more. Because I'd like to build some rocket stuff. Frankly. Like, for instance, a rocket platform. First and foremost. The answer to that is normally yes, the Deerclops will murder you. Certainly that, well, to be fair, I've only got to the Deerclops like twice. And currently I'm 50-50 with whether Deerclops murders me. Deerclops murdered me once, and once I murdered the Deerclops with the tree protector. So, yeah, that's how I've been so far. We're going to have to dig that out when we actually want to use it, but yeah, that's sort of that's sort of indicative of the differences in the two sort of styles of games. And also one of the big differences in a game like this from like RimWorld, where there are enemies. It's sort of similar in lots of ways in that there's a lot of colonist management and all of that sort of stuff. But with that, obviously, there are the things that come to kill you. But you're less likely to randomly die to the environment. Yes, that is a Don't Starve thing, Cyberdyne, yeah. Yeah, Tanya was sort of asking earlier, and I know Tanya came from my Don't Starve streams about, oh, apparently I've made the massive shattered planet, anyone? I'm not sure it's strictly supposed to be that massive. But yeah, I was thinking that that's quite a good way of sort of illustrating the differences. In that, you have to do all your base building on the fly and all of that sort of stuff. In this, you can really think about. There you go. I know that it's been in the game for a while because Neo put some pictures in the Discord, I think, of it ages ago. But yeah, there definitely seems to be some slight problems with The shattered planet visualization there. Ominous. It's definitely ominous. This is why you're a modder, Squared Pie, because these words don't really mean anything to me, but I believe you. That's pretty much all I can do. It's always taking up the same area on the screen instead of relative to the world. Ah, yes. No, now that makes perfect sense. Yes, it does appear to be doing that. I assume that's not deliberate. It doesn't seem like the sort of thing that it should be doing. We've run out of clean water down here. Right, so we want to be able to get in here. Almost definitely not intentional. I would assume so. It seems an odd thing to be intentional. So what we can do instead is we can start to use some of this clean water. And we'll build a new pitcher pump in here. There you go. You can use that for science, and we'll get rid of this one. Also, we'll turn this off, thanks. Oh, I am putting bleach stone in there. Does that mean we're making a bunch of chlorine? Can we, therefore, maybe do this a little bit quicker? Because I think I was deliberately saving my bleach stone. I mean, partly just to not get chlorine all over the world, but... There we go. Excellent. Cool. Sorted. Why can't they get over here? Oh, because currently they haven't built the pitcher pump. That's fine. Right, let's... How quickly does your traffic overlay update? Well, this bit is definitely greener now. They're still coming up here quite a bit, but that's not really surprising. Instantly. Fair enough. So yeah, it looks like it's fading. Obviously we'll expect them to come up here a bit because they're coming up for eggshells and yeah, no, 200 milliseconds is definitely infinitely enough, instantly enough for me. Squared Pie. Yeah, so they're still coming up here, but you can see that they're coming across here less and less and coming here less. And that means that these are more travelled. They're doing other things a bit more. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Not sure how often the grid colour overlay changes. 3 cycles and uses a rolling average. That was actually my question, I think. Was that bit. How far back is it looking? So by the time we get offered the next duplicate, I think it should have finished updating from us doing this. Want to build a rocket platform? Go on, let's build a rocket platform. Everyone likes rockets. Oh, I see this is not quite working out how I imagined it would. We might need to build a little box and have this... Ooh, amazing. Just vent into a little box. But I think for me today that is going to be it. I'm a bit tired and a bit hungry, and partner is almost home. Thank you so much for being here and watching. Thank you for chatting with me and for helping me out, because we learn loads of things and it's great. we'll be back tomorrow with some more Don't Starve, and then this playthrough will be back on... What day is it tomorrow? What day is it today? It's Thursday tomorrow, right? Yes. So this will be back on Friday, and I will have put the Draco farms into the blueprint so we can build them. A reminder that it is September. New subs get money off. I can't remember what the maths is, but it's true. You can have money off. This month I am going to save for a mic stand. So here is my mic. Currently it just lives on my desk, which means I regularly knock it over with my chest, whack it with my fingers when I'm typing and things like that. So Twitch payouts this month is going to go towards a new mic stand so I can put it up somewhere, and also like a pop filter and a stability thing, so that will be a bit better for all of you, hopefully, as well as for me. Also, you won't have the occasional moments where I blow your ears out because I've dropped it on the keyboard again, which will hopefully be better. So if you would like to support, you can definitely do so. Slightly cheaper through Twitch, in fact quite a bit cheaper considering they reduced the price last month as well. You can also support directly through Streamlabs, which I will get a bit more money for, and you can now do essentially monthly subscriptions through Streamlabs if you don't want to support Twitch, which I could completely understand. The link to that is in the support beneath my channel. But as I say, the most important thing that you can all do to support the channel is to be here and chat with me. It's definitely the best thing. I hope you all have a very lovely day. Thank you all for your support as ever, and I will see you all again tomorrow. Have a lovely rest of your day. Bye.